lot of times we don't know it, but when we're making major shifts, it not only is about shifting ourselves and our consciousness mentally and clearing out the held emotions, but it's also about making sure that we upgrade the body so that it can hold the higher level of vibrations. And yet, no one really talks about that experience. Your commitment to yourself and your desire to release the pain and struggle in your life that has controlled you, where you didn't have an option to live with a greater level of open-heartedness and freedom and playfulness. Like all of that has led you to this moment. And it can feel scary at times. And simultaneously, you get to trust the process, knowing your body knows exactly what it needs to do to heal. It's kind of like upgrading the electrical system from 220 to 440, right? Changes need to be made so that the wires can hold it and house it. And as near as I can tell, that's a really great way to describe the shifts that need to take place in our own physical bodies before we can hold those higher vibrations, right? More so than anything, what needs to happen is to integrate the shift that is currently taking place so that the energy isn't getting stuck in the body, but it's like opening up all the rivers, all the flows, all the meridians throughout the body. You can't define what anyone's experience is going to be because it's very personalized. But at the end of the day, you may have heightened senses, emotions, hearing, sound. One time I actually was going through a major shift and the window, I was in bed and the window was open an inch and there were kids a block to a block and a half away playing, and it was in the middle of the afternoon and the sound was raking through my body. It was just like every cell was on edge because of the heightened sense of sound, and it was just so crushing towards me. And so I'm only sharing that with you because I think it's really important to acknowledge we don't have to be afraid just because we don't understand the time, the effort, or the appreciation for what it takes for our bodies to make the shifts and the upgrades in as we move through energetic transitions. But again, your body needs to be prepared. This is a death. Okay, this is a death, not a physical death, but this is a death of your old way of relating to life, your old operating system, your old insulated pathways of what you've known and how you've moved through life in your past. Often, even when we're making positive shifts, we still need to grieve. It's about grieving our old self, and it's about grieving that we didn't know that we can live in a capacity of open-hearted love. You know, there's many facets of grief, and you don't have to understand it. Just letting yourself feel that throughout your entire body is such a beautiful way to go. Also, just like you would a tender new baby, because you are this loving child who didn't always have the understanding and the nurturing that you needed throughout your life. And so it's time to give it to yourself and to receive this presence of this divine container of transformation right here and right now. Just breathe into it. Just invite it to go all the way through your entire body, including from the top of your head into and down and out your legs, down and out your feet. Just let it flow. You don't have to understand it mentally. Your body physically needs to come online. And so now start up at your neck again on the backside and have this energy, invite it, this energy of purification into the top of your shoulders and into your angel wings. And if it's helpful, even moving your shoulders back and moving, yep, back and forth, moving your shoulders, like getting and inviting the energies through your entire backside. I could see peace instead of this. There you go. And now mid-torso in your back, inviting it again into the middle of your back on down, washing through. Just like a waterfall of purification. There you go. Nice job. Surrender into it. There we go. And start moving this energy in through your thighs. And through your knees and down your calves. And out the bottoms of your feet. There you go. Right there, love. I'm so proud of you. And connect with the words I now ask, the highest enlightened awareness of my soul. That part of me that knows my goodness, my magnificence, to move in and through every cell of my being now, mentally and emotionally and physically. I ask to expand my body's capacity to hold this container, this vibration of love, and sustain it throughout my days now. What this shift is for you is about supporting you in connecting with trust in an even greater capacity. In your childhood, I guarantee you there were things where trust wasn't an issue. I mean, you weren't able to trust. It wasn't safe for you in so many ways. And so now, as you're leaning into making this shift, you're accepting that those experiences aren't the truth of who you were. And you're no longer having those experiences of mistrust define you. You get to trust that you can trust that somebody who's not living in their integrity is not going to be able to share their integrity with you. Someone who doesn't live in a place of loving kindness isn't going to be loving and kind to you. You don't have to do this alone. And yet it's a journey without a distance. It is your journey, and no one can do it for you. But you do get to be supported. And thank you for reaching out to me so that you could open to trusting and being supported. It's amazing.